Hello and welcome one and all, the atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening, the skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Hello Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Well, it was 2014 that Corinthians relocated to this high-tech arena. This the ultimate demonstration of their power as a club revered amongst the world's supporters. Their fan base believed to be somewhere in the region of 30 million people. Things already rolling. And here's Diaz. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Diaz going face-to-face with his great rival. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, I think it's going to be hard, Peter, not to pick out the very talented Michael Elise here. We love his creativity and his ability to drift inside and find a little bit of space and then do serious damage. But potential was always in his game from a very young age, and he's realising that potential now, and he really is growing into something quite devastating.
I think the opposition defence agree too. He's going to be the source of so many of their headaches. And here's Mbappe.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Can he finish? Well, now it's a race for the ball.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Chance here to counter. Good running, strong and purposeful. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. Corinthians yet to have an attempt on goal. And here's Messi. And Baston. On behind for a goal kick. And he was quick to react. It's a searching pass. Rijkaard is sporting a guilty look after that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Schneider conjures time and space where few can.
Brazil really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options. Well, if he truly fancies his chances from here, he's going to need the best of the best. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Elise's cross. That's a decent clearance. Corinthians have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Mbappe. Vieira. And Diaz. And he plays one through. He's had a shot! Goal! Brazil! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Brazil have penetrated for the first time.
Well, this will present the manager with
He's gone for goal! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And it's Van Basten. That looks a cracking ball. He's having a shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Mbappe clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Getting up there! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Well, that is one way to stop him. Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, it's Van Basten! They've got to be quick to recover this. Looking for the run. And this is Dembele. Rijkaard. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Driving forward. Van Basten. Conte. Olise is herring after that one. Company. Rijkaard. Cannavaro. Silvestre. Company calmly anticipates. Cafu. He's been... Shoot! That was probably asking just too much.
Foram indicados 2 minutos de acréscimo.
That's good running with the ball. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Dembele.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And the referee has signalled for half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Corinthians go in at half-time with a game to chase.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly.
Senhoras e senhores, informamos sobre uma criança perdida. Atenção, pai de menino de camiseta amarela. Dirija-se ao centro de informações. Substituição no time do Corinthians. Camisa 8.
We're on the move again.
Camisa 6.
Corinthians really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That has not gone well. Played into space. No, he's just misjudged that one. Company. Can he get on the end of this?
Such good technique.
He goes for a shot! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Mbappe deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Corinthians do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to make a change.
Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. It's a pretty loose pass.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Oh, that's well spotted. Silvestre is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. And he's lost his man here. Mbappe driving forwards. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Schneider being given no time to dwell on the ball here.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now. Corinthians really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Perilously close. Nicely shaped ball. No, that was never going to make it. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
We've not seen much from this team as a whole, Peter. OK, that's largely due to the way their opponents have approached it, but they can up their game considerably, and I mean considerably.
And the finish! Well, there's the clearance. Company is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Corinthians perhaps contemplating their next change here. Messi. No, again there's no way through.
Corinthians appear determined to play through the middle again, and guess what? It's the same result.
Cannavaro spots it and intercepts. Gerrard. And it's Messi. Oh, that's a key interception. Gerrard, pass somewhat off target. Into the last quarter of an hour. Mbappe!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
And here's Van Basten. And it's Van Basten!
Substituição em andamento.
Corinthians have their second corner now. Neymar with the short one. Crosses it in. And that is expertly dealt. Tries a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And now they can clear their lines. Oh, such a clever touch. Stood up well to him there. Nice looking ball. Company gets across to intercept that. It's just beyond his reach. Neymar picked it and he shoots! Oh, it's come loose.
Corinthians really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
That's a foul, no two ways about it. And no surprise, that's a booking. Not the most accurate pass. Neymar. Easy enough for the goalkeeper.
Corinthians truly seem to be at loggerheads in trying to sort this out. Is it the passing or the movement that's the problem? I think both.
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Oh, it's Van Basten. And we're done. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable for those with a vested interest. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Corinthians just couldn't get into any...
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So we're very much on the way now. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
This guy, Dembele, is one of the best dribblers around. When fit, he's electric. And that alone is enough to frighten some of the best defences. He really does have the ability to win games on his own with that terrific acceleration.
Yeah, he'll be looking for a goal or two. Oh, delightful ball. Not the most accurate pass. Oh, perfectly measured that. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Schneider. Rijkaard simply refused to be outdone there. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Conte. Neither of the teams has yet taken the initiative. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Schlotterbeck. And Pepe. Cannavaro. Cannavaro makes a move down the right. Gives it back. Conte. Raul. And he shoots! Goal! Corinthians! Corinthians take the lead!
Van Basten really played that return ball to perfection there, Peter. He knew the exchange was on and he put it on a plate for his teammate. That was just gorgeous.
Corinthians are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Now there's it's Dembele! Good strike, quite an alarm.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Engages and forces him off the ball. And he's only too happy to take that back. Corinthians already with the upper hand and looking to turn it into something close to dominance. Now it's Mbappe. Vieira. And it's Ronald. He's gone for goal! Dangerous moment avoided, only just.
Well, that's the risk you have to take when you're fully committed to attack, Peter. They're going to leave a few areas unattended.
Conte. Benatia calmly anticipates. Nicely shaped ball. Thinks about the shot. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Cafu. And Silvestre. Benatia. Silvestre. Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. Cafu. Vieira. Now Ronaldinho. And it's Vieira. Played out to the left flank. Ronaldinho receives it in a wide position. Well, Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
Well, they're labouring their way towards the opposition goal here, Peter, and this needs a much livelier solution.
Played into space. That's the keeper's ball. Company cuts it out. Varane cuts out the pass. Raul. Some really good ball movement. That is a brilliant interception. Rijkaard. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Rijkaard. And here's Raul. And that signals the end of the first period. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Corinthians leading by 1 at the break.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Corinthians leading via the game's only goal, 1-0 at the break.
Senhoras e senhores, tenham a gentileza de remover os carros estacionados na rua em frente ao estádio. Substituição no time do Corinthians. Camisa 11.
So we're off again.
Camisa 8.
Corinthians leading courtesy of the game's only goal.
Camisa 31. Neymar. Camisa 13.
Rafael Varane has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. And it's Vieira. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And here's Ronaldinho. Cannavaro wins the duel this time. Oh, just skips past his man. And he's managed to get free. Neymar! He doesn't look too happy with that.
Neymar has taken on too much there. That isn't one of the areas he thrives on.
Neymar. Corinthians different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
That's good vision. And they win it back again. There they go, hunting in packs. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. It's just beyond his reach. Schlotterbeck. Just coming up to the hour mark, and it's still 1-0. Rafael Varane. Back towards the middle. Here's Benatia. Silvestre is always looking to play quality balls.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
There's a lot of football still to be played, Peter, so ideally they need to maintain an attacking endeavour.
And he's going to have his name taken. Opts for safety. Schneider being watched hawkishly here.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
He's been bundled over, that is a foul.
Well, not the best way to deal with it, but the old threat of pace clearly made him feel a tad uncomfortable.
Well, this looks promising in terms of distance and angle. This the perfect chance to extend the advantage. Look at the space, decent chance! And he's stuck it away! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. That was fabulous, the most adept of touches, the smoothest of finishes.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
Substituição.
So here comes the substitution.
Well, this could be an indication that the team are setting themselves up for the counter.
Oh, shooting chance! And it's in! Beautiful, just beautiful. The joy of the moment.
That was magnificent. The way he caught it so perfectly. I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
Brazil cut their deficits and look raring to go again.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Right card. Corinthians perhaps contemplating their next change here. And it's Bojan. Well read, and the danger is averted.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Can he get on the end of this? Oh, played through for the wide man. Messi gets into a good position.
Corinthians clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Oh no, he's got that wrong. Nice looking ball. Schlotterbeck. Olise.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Vieira. Pass is just off target. Ronaldinho. And that is a little undercooked. Nicely aimed pass. No, he's not going to get any further than that. And it's Ronaldinho.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
Picked out brilliantly.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
That's an imaginative pass. That's been cut out, well played. Time added on will be 2 minutes. That's destined for the flank. And we're done. What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going about their business, and that has turned it into quite a spectacle. It's the sort of game after which you feel it's a shame anybody had to lose. Well, how will we look back on that?
Well, Peter, this was probably more slugfest than a game of football, but I actually found it very enjoyable. A game that was constantly on the edge as both sides went full pelt.